Greetings everyone out there in virtual world and Sacred Metaphysical Sisters, YouTubers. This is your girl Takayu coming to you today dealing with Myrrh Magic. Reason why I come to you to deal with Myrrh is basically I use Myrrh for several reasons. I recently went to the dentist and they were trying to, I just went to get my teeth cleaned. They were trying to tell me I had a nerve that was becoming damaged in my tooth, and they wanted to drill a hole in it and put something in there, whatever. But as you know, I'm not an advocate of any type of surgery unless it's like life and death. You know, I'll go to my alternative healing practices first before I would even let them drill, cut, or do anything invasive. So went to my little herbal book. This is my little reference guide where I put all my herbs, information, put it in here, and information dealing with myrrh. Myrrh is actually a natural antiseptic and a natural astringent, meaning that it kills germs. It's very good for your gums. It draws the poisons and toxins out, as well as it helps to heal your gums. So I made a tincture, and today I'm going to show you how to make a tincture dealing with myrrh. Here's a picture of myrrh. It usually comes in a rock form. So it can come ground up or powdered as well. Let's see. It usually comes in a little rock form. Sometimes, you know, be careful you get the one that's for medicinal reasons. They have the ones that's for aromatic reasons where people burn them. And this jar is the type of jar, once you make your tincture, some sort of jar that's a little dark, or you store it in a dark place. So the book that I'm getting this from is Encyclopedia of Medicinal Plants by Andrew Cavalier. So that's myrrh. Here's the jar. This is my finished product. I put the rocks, you let it steep for about, I think it's 3 weeks, in about 100 proof vodka. Let me get the exacts. Okay. Back to how to make a tincture on myrrh. Making a tincture, what you will need is, you need a glass jar. It doesn't necessarily have to be dark, as long as you store it in a dark place. This is the jar that I used. Of course, I got it from the Goodwill. That's my favorite place to get discounted things. If you can see, at the bottom is the myrrh. It was little rocks, but it kind of fused together. And I filled the jar with 80% or 80 proof vodka. You can use 80 proof to 100 proof. Just regular vodka. Go to the liquor store, you get some vodka. You also can use vinegar, however, I had bad experience with vinegar. It really smells bad when you're done. So 80 proof to 100 proof vodka. Your root or bark is what you use, and glass jar. And what else do you need? Once you pour it in there, what you're going to use is 1 part dried herb to 4 parts of the vodka. So that's basically a 1 to 5 dilution is what you would call it. So that would be 5 parts if you'd measure it, whatever measurement you would use. Say you used 1 cup of herb, or you would use 4 cups of vodka. So it's really simple. Whatever amount you use, even if you don't have a precise measurement, if you use like 1 container of this, you would fill it up 4 times with the vodka. One part of this, of the dried herb, 4 times with the vodka would be 1 to 5 dilution. And you can use that with any measurement, and then you put it in a jar. You let it set in a dark place for 2 weeks. You can go occasionally and invert it Just, you know, shake it up. And it's good to also start your tinctures on a new moon and let them set at least 2 weeks until the moon is full. Once you're done, this can last up to 2 years, is what I'm understanding. And this is my finished product, as I showed you before. And what I'll do with it, I use it to rinse my gums. And what I do for the nerve ending that they told me something was wrong with it, it was a little sensitive before, but since I've been doing this, I don't feel any sensitivity, very little. So I'm gonna continue. Also, it's very good to press your gums and squeeze them, and then rinse it with this solution. So that's the medicinal properties of myrrh. And again, it's antiseptic. It's it's astringent. Astringent meaning it'll pull out the poisons. Antiseptic meaning it'll help kill the germs and basically heal your gums. So with that, I'm going to go to the magical properties and uses of myrrh as well. And my favorite book as of now, until I find another one, is the same Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Cunningham. And for myrrh, he basically states that myrrh is feminine, planet is the moon, element is water, deities are Isis, Adonis, Ra, and Marian. Powers are protection, exorcism, healing, and spirituality. The rituals that you can use with myrrh would be, myrrh was burned to Ra at noon in ancient Egypt and was also fumed in the temples of Isis. The magical uses: burned as an incense, myrrh purifies the area, lifts the vibrations, and creates peace. A lot of spiritual people, I'm sure you're familiar with myrrh. People usually burn frankincense and myrrh. We have the frankincense and myrrh oil. The aroma is very uplifting and spiritual. However, it is rarely burned alone, usually in conjunction with frankincense and other resins. Myrrh increases the power of an incense to which it is added. Myrrh is also included in healing incense in sachets. A sachet would basically be like a little pouch, and you do your little ritual, and you put the herbs in there, and you would use it for to carry with you, maybe in your purse, to increase your vibrations when you go out in public or around other people. And its smoke is used to consecrate, purify, bless objects such as amulets, talismans, charms, and magical tools. It's good to burn it and pass, like say I have this moonstone on my neck and a little charm of bass on there. If I was to do a ritual for protection or to charge this with protective energies, I would pass it through the myrrh to raise the vibrations of the element. So a lot of people use it for that reason as well. Myrrh also aids in meditation and contemplation. It is often added to sachets, usually with frankincense. So with that, myrrh is an excellent herb. Stay tuned for the next herb. The next herb I'm going to deal with is valerian root. Also, I made a tincture of that. And stay tuned and find out what that's good for. Have a sacred day.